Good morning, dear students. Now, let us begin this beautiful morning, this fresh morning, with a fresh new chapter. That is your chapter number 2, polynomials. Okay, so this is lecture number 1 for your second chapter, polynomial. So, to begin with, now you must be aware of algebraic expressions. In your previous class, you have studied them. Okay, so let us recall some algebraic expressions which you already know and you have already used them in your previous chapter. So you must be knowing the algebraic identity x plus y whole square. It is nothing but x square plus 2xy plus y square, right? So this is algebraic identity which we have used in many questions, in many problems to solve, right? Then the next algebraic identity is x minus y whole square. It is x square minus 2xy plus y square. Even this we have used to solve many questions, right? Then x square minus y square. It is equal to x plus y, x minus y. So even this algebraic identity we have used in many questions to solve, right? So you are aware about algebraic expressions. Okay, these are some examples of algebraic expression. Now in this algebraic expression, variables are there, constants are there, right? So now let us recall the terms constant and variables before beginning the actual topic polynomial. Okay, so let us have a quick recap of what a variable is and what a constant is. Okay, now variable, the name itself will tell you variable, which varies, something which varies, which is not constant, which is changing, so that we will call it as variable. For example, variable is denoted by a symbol, right? So that symbol can be anything, x, y, z, so on. Okay, now these symbols, its value is changing according to the situation. It is not having a constant value. That's why it is called as variable. So your variable can be denoted by the symbol x, y, z, etc. You can take it p, q, r. Okay, so variables are denoted by symbol and they are not having a fixed value. Its value is varying, changing. That's why it is called as variable. Clear? Then next thing is constant. What are constant? Who name will tell you constant, whose value is fixed, always fixed, constant. So it is called as constant. Okay. Now let us see some terms. 2x, 3x, minus x, minus 1 by 2x. These all are algebraic expressions. We can call them an algebraic expression. 2x is an algebraic expression. 3x is also an algebraic expression. Likewise, minus x is also an algebraic equation. And minus 1 by 2 is also an algebraic expression. Now, all these algebraic expressions are of the form a constant is multiplied with a variable, right? Now here x is a variable. In all expressions, x is a variable. That x is multiplied with some constant. Now in this case, x is multiplied with which constant? 2, right? X is multiplied with a constant 2. Then in this expression, x is multiplied with constant 3. In this expression, x is multiplied with constant minus 1. And in this expression, the variable x is multiplied with a constant minus 1 by 2. X is multiplied with a constant minus 1 by 2. So in all these algebraic expression, you can notice that the variable is multiplied with a constant. Okay. Now, this we are suppose we want to write an expression which is a constant into a variable and we do not know what the constant is. Now here we know the constant, right? Now in this expression constant is 2. In this expression the constant is 3. In this expression constant is -1. In this expression the constant is -1 by 2. Now here we are knowing the constant. But suppose we want to write an expression but in which we don't know the constant value. So we will suppose, no, we will assume that constant. So let us assume that constant to be a. So let us take it as a. So I will write it here. A is a constant multiplied with a variable x. Now here a is having a fixed value. A is having a fixed value. It is not going to change throughout the problem. It's a constant. We don't know that constant, but it's a constant. It is not going to change, though it is, denoted by a symbol, but it is not a variable. It is a constant. Throughout the question, throughout the problem, its value is going to be the same. Not like as a variable x, it is not going to be changing. Okay, so here a is a constant multiplied with a variable x. When do we do that? When do we write this? When we don't know the constant's value. When we are not knowing the value of constant, we are writing the expression in this way. Clear? So let us take one example of unknown constant. How do we write the expression? Suppose all the constants in the expression we don't know. Okay, now a is fixed here. A is a constant. Its value is not going to change. So let the expression be ax square plus bx plus c. Now in this expression, a, b, c are the constants. Okay, x is a variable. In this expression, x is a variable, a, b, c. These are the constants, unknown constants. Clear? So when we don't know the constant, in this form we write the algebraic expression. Now let us consider a square. If we have a square and its sides are, suppose, say 3 unit. Okay, so all 4 square having all 4 sides equal. So all the 4 sides are 3 unit. Now I want to find its perimeter. Perimeter of a square. So what is perimeter? Perimeter is what? Sum of all the sides. So sum of all sides is what? 4 times. All sides are equal, no? So perimeter, I can write it as 4 into 3, that is 12 units. Perimeter of this square is 12 unit. Suppose this length of side of another square is 10 units. So its perimeter will be 4 into 10 because its side is 10 unit. So it will be equal to 40 units, perimeter of another square. Suppose there is a square. There is a square whose sides are unknown. So let us consider it as x. So what will be its perimeter? Its perimeter will be equal to 4x, 4 into x. X is its side. Again, it's an algebraic expression, right? So what will be its area? Perimeter is 4x, but what will be the area? Area will be equal to x square. Again, it's an algebraic expression. So till now we have seen many algebraic expressions. Okay, again your x square minus 2x plus 7. It is an algebraic expression. 4x algebraic expression. X square again algebraic expression. X cube minus 2x plus 1. It is also an algebraic expression. So the algebraic expressions till now which we have seen, you must have noticed that all the exponents are whole number. All the exponents are whole number. Even here the 7 is multiplied with 7 x raised to 0. X raised to 0 is equal to 1. We have seen this. Anything raised to 0 is equal to 1. Anything raised to 0 is equal to 1. So this constant 7 is multiplied. We can say that 7 into x raised to 0, that is equal to 1 into 7, 7 only. Okay. So the exponents, the powers are whole number. Okay, so we can call them as polynomial in variable x. Okay, so this is a polynomial in x, this is a polynomial in x, this is a polynomial x, this is also a polynomial in x. Now this t square minus 1, the power is whole number, that is 2. So it is also a polynomial in t. The variable is t, so it's polynomial in t. Okay, same way 2y square minus y plus 1, it is also a polynomial in y. You can observe the power is a whole number. Okay, so it's a polynomial in y. So very important point, for a polynomial always the exponent is a whole number. For a polynomial, the exponent of the variable is always a whole number. Clear? So if I give you some expression and if I ask you to identify whether it is a polynomial or not, how will you do that? Suppose, let me give you one example. X square minus 1 by x. And if I ask you, is it a polynomial? Think. No, it is not a polynomial. Why? Okay, your question may come, why? So here 2 is a whole number, but what about this x? In the previous lecture only we have seen, if we want to take a term from denominator to numerator, its exponent sign is changed. So this minus x raised to 1 is nothing is there means what? 1 is there. If I want to take it up in the numerator, it will be x raised to minus 1. Now this x raised to minus 1. Minus 1 is not a whole number, so it is not a polynomial. Then what about root x plus 1? What about this? Is it a polynomial? Again no. Root x means what? X raised to 1 by 2. Again 1 by 2 is not a whole number, so it is also not a polynomial. What about cube root of y plus y square? Y square is okay, but what about cube root of y? Cube root of y is nothing but y raised to 1 by 3, and 1 by 3, the exponent is not a whole number, therefore it is not a polynomial. So we have today learned to identify whether the given expression is a polynomial or not. Okay, so now we know how to identify whether the given algebraic expression is a polynomial or not. Now let us focus on polynomial. Now let us take one example of a polynomial, say x square plus 2x minus 1. It is a polynomial in x. Variable is x, that's why it is a polynomial in x. All the exponents are whole number here. So therefore it's a polynomial, no doubt. Okay. Now if you will notice, there are 3 terms in this polynomial. How many terms are there? 3 terms. 1, 2, 3. The terms are separated by the algebraic sign plus or minus. Okay. Now if I take this term is having a constant and a variable. Even this term, a constant is multiplied with the variable, and even this one. So what is constant there? What is constant? 1, and it is multiplied with variable x square. In this term, 2 is the constant multiplied with the variable x. Here minus 1 is the constant multiplied with the variable x raised to 0. X raised to 0 is equal to 1. Anything raised to 0 is equal to 1. 1 into anything is the same number. So we have seen this many times in the previous chapter. Okay, so anything raised to 0 is 1. So in this polynomial there are 3 terms, right? If I take another example of a polynomial, x raised to 4. So in this polynomial there is only one term, single term, right? It is multiplied with a constant 1. Okay, so if we take examples of polynomial, depending upon how many terms are present in that polynomial, the polynomials are classified as monomial, binomial, trinomial, like this. So how these are called as monomial, how to identify it is a monomial or a binomial or a trinomial, how you are going to do that? So you have to simply count the terms, how many terms are there in the expression, how many terms are there in the polynomial. Now in this polynomial how many terms are there? 1 2 3. So it is a trinomial. So it is a trinomial. Here how many terms are there in this polynomial? Single term, so it is monomial. Mono means what? Single. Tri means what? 3. Now suppose again one more example we will take. X cube plus 1. X cube plus 1. How many terms are there? 1 2. In this polynomial 2 terms are there, so it will be a binomial. It will be a binomial. Bi means what? 2. Mono means 1, single. And tri means what? 3 terms. So depending upon the terms, we can classify the polynomials as binomial, monomial, trinomial and polynomial. Poly means what? Many. Poly means what? Many. Okay. So now let us see some examples. Some algebraic expressions are given. We have to identify whether it is a polynomial or not, and if it is a polynomial, then which type of polynomial it is. Okay, so first see the first example. P of x is equals to x cube plus 2x plus 1. Now see, polynomial we can denote it by P of x, Q of x, R of x. Now x means what? This polynomial is in which variable? X. That's why inside x is written. Now here the polynomial is in y, so that's why P of y, whichever variable is there, that will come inside the bracket. And how you are going to read it? P of y, R of x, Q of x, P of x, P of x. Clear? So now first let us check whether it is a polynomial or not. All the powers are whole number, so yes, it is a polynomial. Here 39 is a whole number, so yes, again it is a polynomial. All powers are whole number, 2 is a whole number, but what about this 1 by x? If I take it up, it will be x raised to minus 1, so no, it is not a polynomial because the power will be minus 1, which is not a whole number. Now here x raised to 40, x square, 40 and 2 both are whole number, so yes, it is a polynomial. What about this P of y, y square plus y minus 3? Again the exponents, the powers are whole number, so yes, it is a polynomial. Now check how many terms are there. How many terms are there? 1 2 3. 3 terms are there, so trinomials. It is a trinomial. How many terms are? It is a polynomial. So check how many terms are there? 1 2. 2 terms are there, so it is a binomial. Now it is not a polynomial, so we are not going to check it. R of x, how many terms are there? 1 2. So it is a again binomial. Here how many terms are there? 1 2 3. So it is a trinomial. One more example let us take. I'll write it here. Okay, x raised to 42. Yes, it is a polynomial because the power is a whole number, and it is monomial. It is monomial, single term, so monomial. Now again something interesting I want to show you. What about 4 minus 7, 8 minus 42? Even these numbers are polynomials. Now you will say how? Can I write this 4 as 4 into x raised to 0? Can I write this minus 7 as minus 7 into x raised to 0? We can even write this 8 as 8 into y raised to 0. Minus 42 into x raised to 0. Okay. So all these constants are polynomials. Okay. And they are all monomials. They all are monomials. Clear? And since we write them as single 4 minus 7 8 minus 42, all these are constant, no? These all values are constant values. So such type of polynomial we call them as constant polynomial. We call them constant polynomial. Why do we call them constant polynomial? Because simply they are written as constant numbers, never changing numbers. So we call them as constant polynomial. Important point. All the constants are called as constant polynomial because we can write it in the form of a polynomial. Clear? Then there is one more constant polynomial, 0. 0 is also a constant value, and we can write this 0 as 0 into x raised to 0. Now since 0 is having no value, 0 is not having any value, like these constants are having some value, but constant 0 is not having any value. So this polynomial is called as 0 polynomial. Since it is not having any value, this is called as 0 polynomial. Okay, so understand the difference. All these constants are called as constant polynomial because they are having some constant value, and the constant 0 is also a polynomial, but since it is not having any value, it is called as 0 polynomial. These are called as constant polynomial, and 0 is called as 0 polynomial. Now the next point is degree of polynomial. Now what is degree of polynomial? Degree of polynomial is nothing but highest power of a variable in the polynomial is called as its degree. Highest power of a variable in a polynomial is called its degree. So what is degree of a polynomial? Degree of polynomial is nothing but highest power of the variable in the polynomial. Highest power of the variable in the polynomial is called as degree of that polynomial. So now let us check some examples. So let us take one example, x raised to 3 plus x square minus 4. So what is highest power? 3, right? So what is degree? Degree of this polynomial is 3. Then second example, x raised to say 49 minus 1. What is highest power in this polynomial? 49. So what will be the degree? Degree of this polynomial is 49. Similarly, third example, x raised to 7 minus x raised to 6 plus 3x raised to 5 plus 4x raised to 4 minus 3. Now in this polynomial, which is highest degree of x? 7. So what will be the degree? Degree of this polynomial is 7. So in this way we can find degree of a polynomial. So in today's lecture we have seen how to find whether the given algebraic expression is a polynomial or not. Simply, if all the powers are whole number, so it's a polynomial. If not, then it is not a polynomial. Clear? Then we saw how to find degree of a polynomial. Okay, then we have seen types of polynomial: binomial, monomial, trinomial, how to find it depending upon the terms present in that polynomial. Now this one, 1, 2, 3 terms are there, so trinomial. Here 2 terms are there, so binomial. Now here many terms are there, so we will call it polynomial. Clear? So this is it for today. Tomorrow we will begin with the first exercise of this chapter. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.